Having shown you some features, I'm going to show you some caveats real quick. So you'll see our previous example of the code section in our objects. I have broken it, and so it no longer works. And I'll show you how I've broken it. So we have this object, and I set a variable, and this is who I changed it. I changed the owner to no one. And so here's the interesting thing about data room is if you do not own that object, that code that we have down here does not run. You must own this object for the code to run. And so it only runs on your computer when you accept an object. And this is, it only runs on your computer, and it updates the database for everyone. And so this is an important concept to understand, especially because if you're interacting in a data room and someone says, hey, take ownership of this object, you're going to want to look at it, and you want to make sure that nothing bad is going to happen, because the only thing it can really hurt is you, and then you can update the database. And so anyway, I'm going to set the owner here, and I'm going to set it to a long string of numbers, and this is called a Hans ID. Every single object has several of these, and each one of these serves a specific purpose. And so this is the ID that identifies your particular instance of this browser in the three-dimensional space that I call the arena. And so this is your owner. So when I hit save here and the owner happens, the JavaScript is now running on my computer. If we were networked together looking at the same data room, you and I, that code would only be running on my computer. It would not be running on yours. The colors would still be changing because the database is updating, but the owner would still just be me. So that is the special thing about how code runs a data room. And so this lets you run, if you have code that you want to access specific APIs that maybe are proprietary, this would be a good place to use this, so then you can still communicate market changes and updates to your visualization, but you don't have to give the other person in this data room who maybe does not, should not see that information. They don't have to have access to everything. And so this is the possibility of data room for business and negotiation.